We just had Beck speak to the playing group and staff. Incredibly inspirational. The apple never falls far from the tree. And Neil was an inspiration, still is. But Beck, that was a real experience to hear their story and see what they've been able to do in this space was inspirational. So I know the boys are going to really get behind it this weekend, as we have done every year. You want to talk footy? Yep. We haven't named our team as yet. We've made one change. Obviously, Matty's forced out, and Billy Dowling will come into the side. But I won't give you much today around our side. We're in a unique position where our side's actually named at the same time as our opposition for a Thursday night game. So there won't be a squad. It'll just be our team named. But we felt the weekend was a really disappointing hit out for us that we want to bounce back from, and we're confident our group will bounce back this week.
Six out there at the moment. Yep. Is there some optimism in the group, or is it really all about this now?
We're confident that Tex will be okay. We're just mindful of a 5-day break, and I think most teams will be talking through something similar when you go for a 5-day into a Thursday night. For your players that are 30 years and over, it becomes quite a challenge. He's unique though, the big guy. He loves a challenge, and he also loves a big stage, and Thursday night's a pretty big one.
Looks like the team will be out by the time, a little bit later. So is there a risk-free reward element that comes in those decisions?
Yeah, and it's around all our decisions. He is a big one though. He's important to us. He's a leader. He's an avenue to goal for us. We lost him at halftime on the weekend. We were able to score 10 goals in the second half as a team. So that was a real positive out of the game if we were going to take any. But he's a super important player for us, and we'll make the same decisions, risk reward, around anyone who we feel may need to take caution with a 5-day break. Dawson's going really well. He pulled up better this week than he was going into last week. It's an unusual one for him, just around the foot, where he's doing some really good work when it comes to recovery. But he's really confident that he'll be good to go. Same as any week. We're pretty sharp with it. We like to move on, win or loss. But the weekend was one. There was some important stuff we had to look at. But we were well and truly done by Monday, and on to Richmond, and how is it we're going to bounce back from our most disappointing performance of the year.
I think you said you were angry post-game.
I think someone else might have said I was angry, and I said yes. It's because I'm a competitor and because I'm disappointed, and like all of our players, what you find out of games like that, there's a frustration that you have for a period of time, and then you're able to snap yourself out of that and go, hey, we've got a job to do. We don't want to play games at that level, and we believe we're better than that. So from our point of view, we were frustrated and we were angry at the performance we put out there, and not taken away from our opposition, who were very good on the day. But it wasn't acceptable the level we played at. And so 5-day break's a bonus for us because we can play as soon as possible to try and rectify that. We've had a good discussion around that, and it's not necessarily saying, hey, this is exactly what it was. We're clear on the fact that that's not acceptable, and we're not going to stand for that. So we'll come into this week's game with a real chip on our shoulder about our performance. More so, we know we're playing against an opposition that are in really good form, and the challenge is going to be a big one for us. They're coming over here to win, and we're doing the same.
It's better safe than sorry, folks. That's not the first time this year the players where you sort of touched on mindset. Their mindset wasn't there. It seems like it's starting to become a bit of a pattern of behaviour.
No, we actually feel if we look at our last 7 or 8 weeks, the pattern of behaviour has been a really positive one. So, the danger for us is focusing in on purely Saturday's performance against Hawthorn, and we're not going to do that. We're not going to lose ourselves in that. We believe our form this season has been on the improve, especially those last 7 or 8 weeks. We haven't been getting the outcomes we're after, and that's why we're sitting where we are at the moment on the ladder, and we've got a lot of work to do. But we're halfway through the year, and so we've got a chance now to bounce back this week and start the second half of the year well.
How much responsibility do you take as coaches, given it's your job to best prepare players and guys want to come up with mindset issues or terrible mindsets?
We're all in. So as a coaching group, we take responsibility for the way we play, as do our players, and we share that responsibility every week. Win or loss, we're all in it together. That's been the best part about the week so far. It's been a short week, but at not one point has there been any blame. At not one point, we're basically move on. Let's go and now get back to what we're best at.
Do you back the players and more people is a chicken where you've obviously touched on one side of the board. Do you back them in to say that's not us way again, or do you make some changes?
We like to back our players in. At the same time, though, we're a squad and we want to pick the team we feel's going to best perform the way we want to perform. And so we'll look at that. We've made changes right throughout the year. Last week was actually the first week we hadn't made a change. Off the back of a really strong performance, we went in unchanged. We didn't back that up. But we'll continue to look at our selected 23, and it'll be purely around what we feel is best for the footy club that week.
Is that back there, though? Complacency, with keeping the same side and running off the way you do?
No, as I said before, it's a squad mentality with us. We've got pressure from below. We've got some injury concerns at the moment, as every team in the competition does, but we have guys ready to play, and so we'll make those calls if and when we feel it's appropriate.
Last couple of last year was saying probably need to win about 9 of your last 11. At what point do you start to make that in the league, or at what point do you start playing for next year?
As I said, we're halfway through the year at the moment, and we're not where we want to be, but we have an opportunity, as you just said, right? There's an opportunity for us to still achieve what it is we're looking to achieve this year. We'll stay in that space.
I was going to
say, have a conversation with that.
We had chats with Josh, and he said a little bit of communication on his role. Have you had those chats?
Yeah, we have. Josh and I have had a really good chat this week, and off the back of poor performance, sometimes as a team, what can happen is some frustration, and we've worked our way through that.
How did he handle those chats?
He's been fantastic. He's been really fantastic.
Can I just ask one the other day about what he brings?
Yeah, good question. Well, yeah, we can go positive. Hopefully we see it tomorrow night. Billy's done everything he can to deserve it. We had a moment when you announce a player coming in for their debut, and you can feel it in the room. I've mentioned it before. There was a real feeling of excitement. Billy's an accumulator. He can find the footy, sees the game really well. He's got great awareness. So he deserves his opportunity, and probably has for a period of time. We just wanted to make sure we got that timing right. And with Matty going out this week, it was a perfect opportunity. So I think our members and our supporters should be pretty excited about what he brings.